What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Heavy Wrench. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it if it's your first time watching one of my videos, or if you're coming back, I appreciate that as well. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, like, share it if you want. Today we're working on 95, Case IH 95, fuel issues. Now, there might be another intro to this that I already have out there, but local farmer down the road, he's been changing his primary filter, his inline filter down here for a while now. He says it plugs up every so often. Went out there the other day, it was cold. I took his fuel filter off, the spin-on, and that was actually full of ice. So the tank does have ice in it and water. Being in Michigan, we have a pretty unique situation where we can actually drain the fuel separate from the water because it's frozen in the tank. Probably it's been what, 10 it's been getting down to 10 degrees at night, 15, so most of that water that's in the tank is ice. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a whole bunch of buckets. I'm going to drain the fuel out. Now we're not going to use this back in the tractor again. It's going to be for like a fire starter or something like that, for you know, brush type stuff or whatever it may be. We'll utilize it for something different, but we probably could filter it and yada yada whatever, and maybe reuse it, but we're going to start over fresh with fresh fuel. And right now it's been in the barn maybe an hour. Here it's been maybe a little longer, maybe a couple hours. But anyway, so it's starting to warm up in here a little bit, but I know that fuel tank is still ice cold. Today we're going to be using a set of RBRT bits that was sent to me to try out, and because the bottom of the plug has a hex in it. So I got the Allen RBRTs. I'm going to use a Mac Access ratchet. We're going to try them out, see what they like. I'm a Snap-on guy, slowly starting to work into this Mac stuff. It's all right, you know. It's like anything else. John Deere tractors, Case IH tractors, it doesn't matter what color the iron is or what brand the tool is, as long as it's a good quality product. That's all that really matters. So let's get into this video. Actually, this is, it's kind of a funny story because he was my old football coach. And I told him, like, it's pretty crazy. The guy that's going to be giving you the bill is the same guy you used to run sprints for fun. Like, I don't know how that's going to pan out for you. He got a pretty good chuckle out of it, but he's a good guy. Maybe I'll be able to get some interview with him here before this video drops, but we'll see, because he's definitely a good time. Anyway, let's get after this. Let's start popping some lids off some 5-gallon buckets and get all this fuel drained up. I need a pair of gloves or the old mittens, if you know what I'm talking about. Try to keep this channel as clean as possible, but stuff happens sometimes. So let's get rolling on this. Yeah, we'll get rolling. But I have the loader up a little bit right now. I'm not too concerned about the way it goes. I've got some jack stands under it. We're going to drain this tank under here. This fuel tank runs all the way back up under there, so I'll see if I can't bring you along, and we'll see how big of a mess I make. What do you think? Am I going to make a huge mess? This is a pretty nice little tractor here. I mean, I know it's nothing. It's just a nice little tractor. I dig it. I think it's a good little tractor. So let's get down there. We'll start draining some fuel. Let me get some rubber gloves on, and we'll go from there. Got him. So get a plate of steel here, because the camera likes a plate of steel to sit on. So what I'll do is I'll grab a good sized chunk of steel here. Oh boy, this is all going in the outtakes. All right, let's do it up. So here's the underside of the fuel tank. I'm gonna have to get a well, this ought to be fun for some of you. Oh, it ain't gonna be fun for me. I have to say, this RBRT kit is pretty nice being in this case with the foam and all that good stuff. Let's see what size is it. Is it 12? Looks 11. Try the 11. See what happens here. All right, Mac access ratchet, RVRT bit. Oh my gosh, that was loose. That was loose. But I like how that bit kind of stays in there. What do you guys think? Now we're just gonna get the first bucket ready, because I know she's probably gonna flow like crazy. I know somebody's watching right now going, don't do it. I mean, I could go up here, but I don't see any other better way of really doing it. You watch, it's probably going to be frozen right solid. Frozen right solid. Look at that, guys. No mess. Oh yeah, nice chunk of ice right there. Now we're just going to move the buckets as they get full. Get this drain pan out of here. I'm going to kneel down. So I got time I can hear the tank. Just let it roll. I guess that's about it. Unless something plugged up in the hole. We'll take a look down in the tank and see what I can see. Holy cow. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull off that other plug to get it cleaned out all the way. There's another plug right up in here. Needs to pop off. You can do that. Flat screwdriver. There's a lot of stuff right here in this corner. I don't know where the pickup tube actually is, but we're gonna pop that off with a flat screwdriver. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't see nothing. Yeah, so right here, there's a plug on that fuel tank. Almost looks like it's for a crossover. Like if you had a dual tank setup, that's where you'd put the crossover tube for another fuel tank, like an auxiliary or something. But we're gonna pop this off and see if we can't get her done, because I'll show you. I'll see if you can see inside that tank, but right in here, it's pretty plugged up. This one in there. See all that deposit? That tank should look black like that. I don't know where the inlet and outlet lines are, but that's the contaminants right there for sure. So we'll see if we can do a little flushing. Go from there. All right, quick update. I decided with that much trash, we're gonna take the fuel tank off. See that bracket? You can't see nothing. Some light. Use the old stream light. All right, you see that bracket right down there next to the fuel tank, right there where the light's shining? That bracket's bolted to the rear end housing. You have to take that down, or you got to take the tire off to slide that big housing out, or that big swivel out. So we did that. Now I set it on all my 5-gallon buckets, which worked out pretty good because we got a little stretch on that line, but we're gonna pop this sender out and we're gonna pull this whole tank out, or at least pop the lines off the sender, and we're gonna make this thing right, because this is not good at all. And we're just gonna clean the whole tank out and be done with it. So we're gonna get these lines out. We'll go from there. Oh, the directional microphone got me, but here's a tip for the day. Find yourself a comrade that does some underground or overhead phone wire. And get yourself a little chunk, like a 1-foot chunk maybe. You cut these in half, wrap them around your wire or your connector or whatever you have, and then it's easier color-coded back together. For those of you that are colorblind, I apologize for that tip, but this helps me and saves me a lot of time. And asking for a 1-foot cutoff from those guys, it's not really a big ask, so I don't think. Maybe I'll end up getting busted for having a foot of this stuff, but it really works well. The color doesn't come off of it. Doesn't matter if you power wash it. Serial number, it's copper cord, and then it's thin wire, so it really helps out for marking stuff. So try to find that guy that does the overhead phones or whatever it is, but this cable is phenomenal for keeping track of where things go. We're going to do that to this fuel lines, because there's 3 of them down there. We'll make sure they all stay in the same place, and we'll be good to go from there. That is the tip of the day. All right, so here it is the next day. Last night got a little late. I drained out all of this, spin this around here. Had the fuel tank completely out, all clean inside here. Everything's been clean, flushed, good to go. Now we gotta put her back up onto here. But I got the new fuel lines, so we're gonna put those fuel lines on here in a little bit and go from there. We're gonna get this old fuel line off of here because I want to put a new on. Cameraman, old time welder. He's got to figure out his angles though so he can see stuff. Nobody wants to see me, they want to see the work I'm doing.
Not much of that.
Oh, really? I'm sure these guys know you're full of it. So when are you going to do your toolbox tour?
Soon.
Soon? Well, there's a little clip on these Ivecos. I think it's an Iveco engine case. It's been running Ivecos for a while. It appears to be an Iveco. I'm not sure though. I never even looked, to tell you the truth. But they run this little, if you look right here, there's a little clip. See that little clip right there? And you can pull this whole fuel line off all by itself. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to get this over here. See how it's just a little clip? If you take your screwdriver, a couple small screwdrivers, it just pops off. And then this, you work that up, and there's a seal in there. There is an O-ring, so you got to be careful when you use your screwdriver like this, but wiggle, wiggle. There's an O-ring right down there. See that green O-ring? But now, this is our inlet line, and now it's going to leak all over the place. Yep, we got a fuel leak, heck of one. Now, we're just going to pull this out of there. And if you look, You won't be able to see that there, but oh man, got a fuel leak going on. What a pain in the butt. All right, let's measure this out and get this sorted. And this is why I don't like these fuel lines, is they're kind of a plastic, not a rubber. And I prefer rubber line than this because it just makes it difficult. So 5/16 fuel hose. We always give ourselves a little extra. Got our cutters. You think a guy would buy a pair of hose cutters, wouldn't you? Actually, you know what? I got a thing.
You got those
Look at that.
I own a set personally, you know. I own 2 sets actually. You know.
Where's that little blue?
And then of course they're not snap-on. They're rigid.
This isn't snap-on either.
I have a set of hose cutters.
There's this, check this out. Look at this little doodad.
Some pieces.
It's pretty. It came with something, but it's a little razor blade on a cutter. Pretty nice. I like it. I usually use my other ones. Oh, we're just running fuel everywhere. See what happens when the old-time welders here with you. So we're gonna give ourselves an extra 3, 4, 6 inches. I don't know, something like that. Look at this. Cuts it perfect. Now, remember how I said yesterday my tech tip of whatever else, there's that purple line. So we'll hook that back up there. Now we'll try to run this through. Oh boy, you know what we need? We need something to plug that with. Real quick.
He's now going to the real toolbox.
Oh yeah, yeah. The wall of tools. The wall of tools.
Where you notice he got everything he needed.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing.
And don't forget, they are all bought and paid for.
Oh, are you saying that you don't have any tool truck payments? Is that what you're trying to?
Never
Brag to everybody?
Never have had a tool truck payment.
No.
Real men live within their means.
Oh, really? Really? Is that so? You don't say. Real men.
If you don't got it, you don't spend it. Oh.
Jeez Louise, listen to that. Trash talk by the old-time welder.
You earn as you learn.
Oh, earn as you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And spend as you make it.
Whoo doggy. Yeah, look at them pieces. Junk clamps. Get them right off of there. You know, you try and try to get some video, and then your main man, video man, today over here fixing the door seal. Tuning that up because it's cold outside apparently. Fixing his water tank. Well, yes. We're having some fun. Oh, he's got to get his coffee now. I didn't make his coffee. What type of helper is this?
Couldn't even pull a handle, what?
We gotta go over here. We gotta go to the tractor. I gotta explain some things.
You're trying to explain.
I gotta explain some things.
Well, you're trying to explain something on a tractor? You don't know how to drive one anyway.
I know.
Well, a long time since you drove a tractor. Sure
So, shut up. So here we go. Right now we're waiting. Customer said he's gonna bring me a fuel filter. So I got my inline ready to rock and roll right there. All new fuel lines put on. Up to there. Fuel tank's empty. He's bringing me some diesel fuel. Either way, don't matter to me how I get it. I just gotta get some. Put her in there. Then we gotta prime her up. And she'll be all set. But fuel tank's drained, clean, back on together. All bolted in place. And we're good to go. So, I guess that we'll just do the wrap up of this video now. Cyclops light, Maxion, not too bad, wireless charger. Anyway, thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Remember, there's merchandise there if you want to buy it. Don't feel like you have to, but you can if you want to. Just something fun out there. I'm not going to make a killing on it, but it does help support the channel. So either way, doesn't matter. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and may your wrenches never slip and bolts never break. Have a good one. It's recording. As long as the microphone's on, there it is. You should be able to see when I talk. See that go up over there.